Imagine for a second your life isn't something that happens to you, but that's being written, directed, and acted by you every single day. Most people sit in the audience of their own life complaining about the story. They shout at the screen saying that's not fair without even realizing they are the ones holding the pen but never using it. Today, I want to give that pen back. I want to show you something called the law of assumption. It's the idea that whatever you assume to be true eventually becomes your life. And before you roll your eyes thinking, oh great, another manifestation thing, hear me out. This isn't some magical belief. It's science, it's logic, it's spiritual. And yeah, of course, it's uncomfortable because it puts all the responsibility right back in your hands. Let me make this simple. Your brain isn't a fixed machine. It's constantly changing. Every thought you repeat build a new pathway in your brain, like carving a small groove. Every time you repeat that thought, the deeper the groove becomes until it turns into a highway. And then your brain drives there automatically. That's how habits, identity, and confidence are formed. And then there is something called reticular activating system. It's the brain filter. Imagine you decide to buy a certain car and you see that car everywhere. It's not universe sending you signs. It's your brain showing you more of what you focus on. So when you combine this both, repetition and focus, your brain will literally start shaping your reality to match what you assume. The law of assumption just means you're doing this consciously, not accidentally. Now let's think about it logically. Imagine two people walk into the same room with same skills. One walks in assuming nobody is going to like me, and other walks in assuming they'll love me once I talk. Who gets noticed? Of course, the second one. Not because they're lucky, but because their body language, energy, and tone are different. That's not magical, that's cause and effect. Your assumption changes your behavior. Your behavior changes your environment. Your environment mirror backs the same assumption. It's a loop. That's what makes this law logical, not mystical. But here where it gets uncomfortable because law of assumption takes away all your favorite excuses. You can't say it's my bad luck or it's just who I am because the truth is your inner script is what creates your outer life. If you hate your results, you won't ask why me. You'll ask what am I assuming about myself right now? And that's hard to face because it means you're responsible for the narrative you live in. Now, let's talk about spirituality because this part always connects deeply. Spirituality is all about remembering you are the creator of your experience. Every religion, every ancient teaching says the same thing. As you think, so you become. Call it God, call it universe, call it source, call it consciousness, whatever you want. But the truth is, you are not the victim of your life. You are its author. See, law of assumption is just practical side of spiritual truth. You don't chase love, you become a kind of person who radiates love. You don't chase success, you become the kind of person success feels natural around. And also probably you have heard people saying, match your energy, raise your frequency, right? Sounds cool, but confusing as hell. So let's start from the basics. When we say energy or frequency in the law of assumption, we are not talking about electricity or some cosmic waves floating around. We're talking about something very simple, your state of being, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act on daily basis. That's your energy. And coming to frequency, frequency is just the vibe you keep putting out every day. It's a pattern of your emotions and your thoughts you repeat every day. Now let's go deeper. Why do people say energy attracts energy? Because energy doesn't stay inside you, it leaks out in how you talk, how you walk, how you respond to things. If you constantly feel anxious, your body lightens, your tone changes, your breathing becomes short, and people will feel that. But if you constantly feel calm and certain, you'll stand tall, you'll breathe deeply, and your words will carry confidence, and people will feel that too. This is why you attract similar energy, not because it's some magic, but because you speak, behave, and decide differently when you're in certain frequency. Let's say you want to manifest money, but if your energy is like, I am broke, your actions will match that. You'll hesitate to try new things, you'll feel scared to lose money, and you may miss chances that could bring some money to you. But if your energy is like money flows easily to me, your brain relaxes. You start thinking of new ideas. You take small risks, smart risks, and you'll talk confidently to people, and suddenly opportunities will start showing up. See what happened? Nothing mystical. It's just your state creating your results. Same goes with relationships. If your energy is like people leave me, you'll constantly look for signs that prove that belief. You'll overthink texts, you'll get defensive easily, you'll push away people without realizing. But if your energy is like, I'm lovable, I'm respected, you'll start to act differently. You start expressing yourself clearly, you'll have boundaries, and people will respond to that version of you. Again, not magic, just alignment. So, now how do you change your energy or frequency? It's not by faking positivity or repeating affirmations all day, it's by training your state. Here's how. First thing, awareness. Notice how do you feel most of the time? Are you stressed? Are you doubtful? Are you confused? Or are you confident? That's your current frequency. Second thing, shift your focus. Start catching your negative talk. When you say I can't, replace it with I'm figuring it out. Third thing, most important thing, use your body, because your brain responds more to how your body feels than to what your thoughts say. Your body affects your energy. So stand tall, breathe deeply, relax your shoulders. When your body feels confident, your brain follows. Next, visualize the new you. Every day spend few minutes visualizing the version of you who already has all of it. How would they feel? How would they act? But not from desperation, but from pure belief. And the last one, act accordingly. Take small actions that would match the version of you. If that version of you speaks confidently, speak up today in one situation. That's alignment. The more you stay in the state, the more outer world catches up. Just remember this, you won't get what you want, you get what you are. You can't keep thinking like a poor and expect to leverage. You can't keep thinking like a failure and suddenly get lucky. You can't feel unworthy and expect love. World is not pushing you, it's just mirroring your energy. So if you want to change what's outside, start by changing what's inside, not by faking it, but by genuinely building a new pattern of thought, emotion, and behavior. That's all about energy and frequency in the law of assumption. Not something you pray for, but something you practice through your state. So this video is just a part of law of assumption. In part 2, I mean in my next video, I'll be clearing the most common doubts people have about it. So if you want to clear your doubts, subscribe to my channel.